Do you know the Garcia, the MS-13 thing?
I mean, I know that whole case inside and out. So just like, what about it? Do you want to talk about?
So, do you think he is an MS-13 member?
I mean, I don't think there's enough evidence to conclude
There,
that.
there is evidence.
Okay,
Actually,
so that's a useless statement. Lay it out then.
On the Homeland Security on the DHS.gov, the government website. Okay, so I mean, it can't be wrong. No. 2 judges found that he was a member of MS-13. That finding has not been disturbed.
I would say the government is lying when they say that 2 judges found him to be a member of MS-13, because that's just not true.
It says he was.
If what you want to do is just say, well, the government said it, so it's true, and that's my evidence. Like, if that in and of itself is your whole argument and your evidence, well, then I guess
that's not my argument. I think it's
perfect.
It's in the middle.
In terms of the hearings that you are referencing, that I know you to be referencing about him being found to be a member of MS-13, what was the primary topic at hand? What were they there? What was the hearing convened to determine? Because you said he was those judges determined him to be a member of MS-13. I'm saying that's not true.
It didn't state what 2 judges or who they were.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again, because that's not an answer to my question. What were those hearings trying to determine?
If you're guilty or not guilty.
No.
Correct?
They were deciding on something. They were saying, should the judge rule yes or no on X? And I want to know what X is, because I want to see if you know, because I would put a 99.9% likelihood on it that you have no fucking clue.
Okay. Where in it does it say he's not an MS-13 member?
Is that what I said? Is that what I'm asking you right now?
No, I thought that was the whole point of the argument. I said that he was, and you're saying he isn't.
I'm saying there's different types of settings in court which you're trying to determine different types of things. During this hearing, what were they there to determine? What were they trying to find in that hearing? Because they weren't trying to find whether or not he was a member of MS-13. That was just an accusation put forward by the government.
If he's documented or not, why else would they have him in court?
That is not what that hearing was attempting to determine. I'll just tell you, because it's very clear you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. That was a bail hearing. So they caught him, they were detaining him, and he wanted to be released from detention on bail. And so the hearing was, should we give this guy bail or not? If it were the case that the purpose of the hearing was to determine, is this person an MS-13 member? And it was determined that yes, he was, then you could say collateral estoppel applies. You know, you're not going to be able to come in 5 years later and relitigate that issue. It's already been determined that in 2019, at least, you were a member, right? That's not what was decided. It was bail.
So you're saying he wasn't at all an MS-13 member ever?
No, I'm saying I'm fighting the factual claim that you made that 2 judges found him to be a member of MS-13. I'm saying that can't possibly be true, because that's not what they were there to determine. They were there to determine whether or not the guy should get bail